Hi everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our home webinar. So welcome, thank you everyone that is here. It's me, Gretchen Berlin and Jeff True that are here to tell you about IDX Broker Home. So we will jump in and get started here. So first, what is it? So name is IDX Broker Home. This is our new WordPress fully hosted solution. We offer websites with beautiful designs and simplified functionality with superior phone, chat, and email support. What do you get with our IDX Broker Home? So what we have included is your website hosting. You'll have an IDX Broker Platinum level account. We will support you via phone, chat, and email. We have a customer service rep, which we'll explain a little bit more in detail. We do daily backups of your website, and we provide updates and maintenance to our framework and the plugins that we install on the back end of your website. So how long does this all take? Generally, once we receive your order, we will email you back with what is our design brief. In that design brief, we'll ask you questions that will gain your contact information, social media links, logo, your theme selection, all the different things that we need to get your site going on our end. Once we receive that design brief back from you, that will go into our fulfillment team, and we will take the next 3 to 5 business days to do the setup of your website and get that turned over to you. When we deliver that website to you, it's going to come on a staging domain. On that domain, you will have WordPress admin login credentials, as well as IDX Broker login credentials. You can jump in and start to add your own items to your site and have us here to back you up with edits along the way. When that site is delivered to you, you will receive an email and a phone call from our customer service rep. That rep will invite you to schedule an appointment for a walkthrough. In that walkthrough, we're going to do an overview of the front end of your website. We're going to go over your home dashboard. That'll be within WordPress, and we'll go through your IDX Broker dashboard as well. We'll show you how to make simple edits to your website, how to use our drag and drop page editor, and how to utilize our support services. So what now? What do we do once we have that website? You get to decide from there if you'd like to add additional content, media, maybe a blog. If you want to change your menu items that you have there, there's different things that you can do to really make that site yours. You can utilize the WordPress admin credentials to jump in your site and do that yourself. You can contact our support team to help and show you the right direction where to go and where to make those edits. We will jump in a little bit here and talk about IDX Broker and what features you'll have within your home website within the IDX Broker system itself. So Jeff, we're going to pass this mic over to you and let you chat about that.
All right, so we're going to exit out of this real quick and jump into how the IDX Broker side of things work. So as far as like the main websites go with WordPress, like Gretchen was mentioning, there's going to be 8 different themes that you can choose from. It is a full WordPress integration. Everything's going to be hosted through our own hosting provider that we have. And then the IDX Broker content is going to be displayed on a subdomain of your specific domain to display all of the IDX Broker content. So all your search pages, results pages, details pages, and then you'll have the ability to actually embed widgets into the actual hosted pages. But to get started, as far as the IDX Broker stuff goes, we're going to do that initial install and setup, getting your properties, some widgets set up, your quick search, some very simple stuff, and then also adding your general standard pages for like basic search, advanced search, map search, listing ID, and address search. We're going to get all those set up within there. No matter what you do to your website, when you change the design, the style, the theme, the look, the branding, the IDX pages are also going to replicate that exact same design that you guys have. So you can take a standard theme that we have of our 8, actually now going to be 9, and completely customize it so it does not look at all the same. That's all going to be done within the IDX Broker dashboard. Here's our IDX Broker dashboard, which you'll get in here and manage all of this information, where you can come into your designs, your pages, and be able to edit the different layouts for each of these that we have. So this is kind of some of the standard stuff that we'll be doing with our onboarding process, which will be done with Larry. So you can kind of choose the templates that you want and then modify everything from within there. But some of the most important things that I wanted to kind of go over is going to be our lead capture information. So the biggest thing is, 1, drawing traffic to your website, but 2 is capturing your lead and then being able to manage them and provide them with the service that's what they're going to need for purchasing their next home. The great thing with IDX Brokers, you got the ability to force or request registration at any time after any number of page visits of a search, results, map search page, details page, and photo gallery. So within these, you can come down and select how you want to do them, and you can run them simultaneously if you want. So for this particular one, it's done on search pages, where a small pop-up modal is going to come up and it's going to display this smaller window right here. This is going to be done after 2 search pages are displayed up on the website. So whether it's a basic search, advanced search, listing ID, or address, each one of those pages counts as a hit. On a requested registration, the client is allowed to close out the box and continue browsing. On a forced registration, you're basically saying you're not going to go any further until you force that or capture that lead before they can continue on. So you can actually run these simultaneously if you want. So you can do this one at like 6. So the other one's going to pop up 2 times, and on that third one is going to force it. So you have control, you have customization depending on what you want to do, as aggressive you want to be or conservative. There are some people that don't want to have this little modal pop up to capture the lead, so you can actually leave this disabled entirely. On every results page and details page is going to give the option for your clients to go ahead and create their accounts from directly within there. On your sign up page, you have the ability to capture anything that you want. So with IDX Broker Home, it's going to come with our Platinum subscription. So it's going to come with every feature that you have available. So you'll have the option to use the social media logins on your lead capture forms. So once this modal pops up, this is going to be a little window. And by default, what's going to come up is first name, last name, and email address. You have that option to gather as much information as you want, so you can pull it into any other CRMs if you choose. You can just manage and use just directly within our own system, which I'll show you that here shortly as well. But as far as adding more fields, a lot of people, what I've come to find out over the years of talking with people, is they want just a simple comments section, which is something that's got to be done independently on your own. So you can come in here to other, put in your own name and your label. And you can change the different way that it's going to be displayed. So it's a text field, text area, radio button, or checkbox. So text field or area is going to work out just fine for this. In any field that you create, you can make it a required field or not required field. You can add as many of these as you can. I actually haven't seen anything in the limits on this. I've done 10 on my demos and examples, and it's worked just fine. So we'll make that a required and we'll submit it. And so now we're going to get a comment section. So this could be something where somebody can put in here like, hey, I'm looking to purchase within the next 6 months. I'm looking to purchase within the next 2 months. You have control. The comments is actually going to be pulled in with the lead information in the being able to edit, but you can also pull those fields over via the API into another CRM if you choose. With Platinum, you also get SMS alerts. So basically, once you have a client that has created an account on the website, you will be notified via SMS alerts. You will also get an email. So there is no way to get away around it. You're going to have to if you opt in for this. But this way you can at least see exactly when you get a lead. You'll be able to sign into your IDX Broker account or into your CRM and be able to manage your lead right directly inside that. Let's jump back over here real quick. We have what's called Impress Listings, which is going to come with every IDX Home account. Impress Listings is going to be a way that it's going to pull over your featured listings. So these are going to be listings that you are the primary listing agent of, whether you're a single user account or you're a multi-user of 500 agents. If you have an account level based on the number of agents that you have, everybody's listings is going to be displayed as featured. And with Impress Listings and the API key that's going to come with the account, you can pull all of this stuff directly into the back-end dashboard. And unfortunately, I don't think I logged into the back-end dashboard on this one. I apologize for that. I can at least show you on the front end exactly what this is going to look like. So let's go to our menu here, and we're going to go right here. So this is a single listings template. So with the account, you're going to come with 7 different listing designs. These are very easy to change. What this is going to do is this is going to be on, for instance, like mydomain.com / and then you can control the long tail URL of what you want it to be. So it can be like 32401 Deer Creek Road. It could be 760 Carmen Avenue or Norwich Avenue. So you have control over what you want to put on this. So we're going to go take a look at this one, for instance. And so what you can see is this is going to be on the hosted domain. So it's going to be an independent page that's going to show a very large image. And you choose what information you want to put on there. So it's going to pull from the API, the description, the details, the photos, the contacts, all that stuff. You have the ability to go in and add virtual tours. You can do, like if you wanted to create a YouTube video and do a slideshow of images, or if you're doing a walkthrough or you're recording yourself talking, all of that can be embedded in here with the little YouTube embed script. So as you're scrolling through it, everything will be there. So it'll have the location map and you can toggle between all the different information. So you'll have the price, the location, the area, like what are some of the top features on it, photos. So if you do have and we don't have it activated because we don't have a virtual tour on this, but it'll also have a tab for like virtual tour or a walkthrough or something like that. So you have all of that information on here. So once you scroll through the images, you'll also be able to, drop in where that embed script is to have that virtual or load directly into that virtual tour right within the own window. With the account, you're going to have several different types of pages and widgets that you can do. Some of the things that we highly stress on these accounts is creating landing pages and community pages. So within the 90 days, with you doing the walkthrough with Larry, you're going to get 4 community pages that he's going to set up and show you how to do it. So he'll kind of walk you through it as he does it. So basically, after you get done talking with him, you're going to be able to go in and add as many more as you want. Since we're not your local area, we're not quite as good as knowing your specific communities. I believe we've got one set up in here. So we've got communities. So we have based off of like a zip code on this one here. So once this loads, it's going to show us. So it's going to show you like the number of properties in the area, the average price, average square foot, average price per square foot. This is all going to be calculated. So it's going to show like most popular, most expensive, least expensive. So it's going to break everything down for you. Like I mentioned, we'll do 4 of these. We'll get them all set up for you. We'll show you how to do it. So that way, when you log into your account, you're going to continue on and go make 100 of these. Go make 50, go make 10, 5, whatever you want. But the more that you make of these predefined searches, these are very good with your SEO and with your Google rankings. As everybody knows, it's nearly impossible off of an individual listing ID or an address search to be on top of Google. However, on neighborhoods, communities, and subdivisions, so your hyper local content, those can actually rank above Zillow, above Trulia. We've got clients that have been here for quite a while that actually do rank above them. So it is kind of cool to see how those guys have been able to do that. We have several different types of widgets that we offer. We will set up a couple of them within the initial setup, which is going to be, we typically try to do your featured properties, but that's also going to depend on if you have any current active listings. We have several different types. We've got carousel, slideshow, and showcase. So a showcase is going to be, for instance, like a certain number of columns wide or rows wide and columns down. So for instance, if you want to do, if you've got 10 properties, you can do like 5 wide and 2 tall. So it's going to give you all your 10 properties. If you happen to only have like 8 properties at that time, it's just going to kind of condense it down and shrink it down a little bit. So it is responsive. It will make some adjustments for you. The most popular one is what's being displayed on the screen right now. And this one is called a carousel widget. So this is going to show between 2 and 9 properties wide, and it's going to give you arrows left and right so that you can scroll through them. Obviously, the fewer you have, the larger images and text is going to be. The more you show at one time, it's going to shrink it down because it's going to have to condense down basically what's inside the container that is available. If you don't want it to let it cycle through, you can actually, the client can go through and cycle through them much quicker. We do also have, I thought we had slideshow. A slideshow widget is going to be basically just one image, one property, that's going to cycle through one property at a time. That goes about every 5 to 7 seconds once everything has settled up on the website. I'm going to pass this back over to Gretchen. She's going to kind of explain the next process as far as getting ready to go live, how do you get started, and that kind of stuff. And then we're going to open it up for some Q&A. So let's pass this back over to Gretchen and get some stuff going for you.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay, so as Jeff was showing with all of that, once you get your IDX broker information added into there, you get content if you like. There's different things in here if you want to talk about, whether it's you, whether it's a team. Here we talk about why IDX Broker is amazing, but different content that you want to add within to your website. And you say, you know what, I'm ready. I have this site where I want it and I'm ready to push it out for my clients to see and start making this site work for me. So that's where we are going to go back into at that point, we're going to ask you to request to go live. So within the dashboard of your website, when you log in, same place you make those edits on your website, you will have a button in the back end to request to go live. With that request, there's going to be a short form. It'll take you maybe 1 or 2 minutes to fill out. We're going to ask you for your domain hosting provider and your login credentials to that domain. That will allow us to point that domain over to our servers, and at that time, your site will go live. Typically, we ask you for about a 24 to 48 hour notification when you're ready to go live. We can get those entered into our queue and get them processed out for you. That is that. So once you are ready to get started, you decide this is the right fit for you and you want to give home a go, you can contact any of us on the sales team. We're all happy to answer any specific questions that you have about what your specific needs are, more questions about our themes, and I will show you some of those themes here in just a moment as well. Then we'll let you place your order. So you place your order, it's a quick and easy order form, and we will email you back a next steps email. In that email, you will have a design brief, and as I mentioned earlier, that's where we're going to get your contact information, social media links, your theme selection, a logo, information for those 4 community pages we'll set up, and then we always have a box for special instructions. Let us know if you have any requirements, things that people put in here. Say you don't have a logo, maybe you have specific colors you want your website to be. We are happy to grab those colors for you and make your site match what's there. And what if I'm already an IDX Broker client? So maybe you're using IDX Broker, you have it on a different website, you're ready to get that updated, you want to bring it all under one house. Give us a call. We will just upgrade the account that you currently have, and we'll get that website. You'll still get that design brief. We'll go through all the same steps, but you won't necessarily need to place a new order. Oh, and we will drop that site, your new site, pull you off. Well, your live site will stay in place. If you already have a website, your live site will stay in place, and we will drop everything new down onto a staging domain, a temporary domain, so that you are not out of business while we're making the edits to the new website. So let's jump in over here again and show you on our IDX Broker website. We have some information about home. We have our basic themes here that you'll see, kind of our designs as they are out of the box. You can look through those, but what's more helpful is if you scroll down here, we have examples of live client websites. These are broken down. You'll see the title of each theme here. Stately, we have 4 live client example sites. You can click on any one of these and go to that client site and see what has been done with customization on there, what they've changed, what widgets they've placed, and how different the themes can be. Curb appeal, picture perfect, must see, prime location, open floor plan, and timeless. Some of these themes have different features that they will allow within them that others won't. So again, if you do have specific requirements that you're looking for, a certain look you're after, give us a call, and based off what those needs are, we can help suggest a theme that would work best for you. Something exciting we have to share with you today. This is our sales demo account here, but this is also our newest theme that is not yet released. It is called First Impression. This is going to be available to any of you here in the webinar because we're telling you about it and showing you this. You can have it before it's released to the public. You would just call us again on the sales team and request First Impression, and we'll get that available for you. But this is our newest theme. It has great mobile responsive widget areas. This is a widget area here. It has 1 widget in it. Say you were to place 2, it would center those off to their own sides, but it's made to fit more of what you need. And it's a great design. Very clean for you there. That kind of wraps up what we have here to show you. We're going to open this up now for questions. If you have anything, we are happy to answer those for you. It's a great question. Thank you, Jason. I'm a broker. Can I add pages for my agents? What we have right now, so you can do, here's a meet our team. You can go in here and we have a roster page. So you can have your office showcased on here, and then each individual agent has a bio page. So you'll have contact information. They can include their own social media links, blurb about themselves if they like. There's a widget area here. Do we want to leave a comment for them? Or they can have a widget down here with their own featured properties. There's a few different options that you can have in there.
Another good question came in. Does newly registered clients have the option to choose their agent? So for instance, if you're on an office account, no matter what the size is, inside that lead capture form that I showed you earlier, where you can add forms or questions or fields, you can actually have a drop-down menu to list all of your agents. So for instance, if you have an account of 50, it'll have a drop-down where they can choose between the up to the 50 agents that you have on the account. So yes, that is an option.
Then we have a question about backend CRM. So what our backend does, we do not have a full-blown CRM. We have a lead management system. It falls short of a full CRM as it does not allow drip marketing campaigns, but you can manage your leads within there, see their activity on the website, what properties they've saved. If they set up a saved search, they'll get daily property updates alerting them to what they have available to view at that time. You can see what properties they've viewed. You can even see if they've opened that email with those property updates in there. If you do need a full CRM where you're wanting to utilize drip marketing campaigns, we have a wealth of CRMs that we know work well with our product. Go ahead and give us a call and we can point you in the right direction for some of those as well.
Looks like there's a question here. Do I have the ability to change my own logo, colors, etc. myself? Yes, you have control over all of that. So you can actually go in and modify it. It's not something that we have to do. We oftentimes just give you assistance in the beginning because there's several people that don't know how to do that type of stuff. But within that 90-day walkthrough that we're going to do with Larry's actually going to go over that with you. And if you have any questions, he can show you how to do that. So once we set it, you'll have the ability to go in and change it if you choose. Yes, you'll have full access to the WordPress dashboard.
And you can customize that with short codes with IDX Broker. Agents, if you have a multi-agent account, agents will have a login to their agent dashboard on IDX Broker. That's where they will be able to enter that bio information. They will not have a login to the WordPress dashboard. They can manage their leads through that agent login as well, though. So if you have those multiple agents and they get their leads based off of their featured IDs, clients who click on their listings, that will go to that specific agent. And then you'll be able to set up lead registration preferences to allow those leads to filter out elsewhere, whether you round robin those, whether you assign them yourself, or whether they go out to the individual agents.
So if you wanted to go take a look at some live websites, Gretchen will pull this up and show you where that page that she was just on earlier. In here, if you actually click on each one of these websites, this will actually take you to the live website that the client is on there. So you just click on the image and go take a look at those if you choose. So a question here says, can you send auto email back to new lead that signed up that has a link to create saved search? So basically, once a lead is captured, it's going to send them a email about the account that they have so they can log back in. The client will actually need to go in and create, either perform a search and then save a search, or you as the agent or broker, you can actually go into that lead and create a saved search for that client yourself. So let's say if you have a phone communication, an email, or you guys go meet up for coffee and you kind of get a general idea of where they want to buy, their price range, some specific features that they want, you can do that yourself, or encourage the client to go onto your website, log in, and create that saved search. So that way they can kind of do everything exactly they want, expand their areas, their price range maybe. But yes, it does give them an option, but it's not going to do it automatically on that.
There's a question, is there a way to market non-MLS listings through this? We do have the ability to add supplemental pocket listings on there. We can show you how to do that as well.
Those can be displayed very similar how I did that impressed listings and showed you that exact full screen display. You've got two different options. You can do that directly within IDX Broker as a supplemental listing, but inside the impressed listings manager, you can add in your own images, your own text, so you can upload everything independently right directly in the WordPress dashboard on that one. And it'll display just as we showed that full screen with the large images where you can do your virtual tour or your YouTube embed video as well. If you've already got a WordPress website with IDX Broker, can already created pages be used in the new site? Yes. If you've got a WordPress website currently, we can create a backup of that and put that into this new account. So those pages are already going to be there, blog posts, we can pull all of that stuff over for you. We can, when we ship you the account, obviously you have to go in there and work with us and tell us where you want it, when you want it. It's also something that you can do on your own, but all those pages will be inside the back end of the WordPress dashboard for you.
It's an export that we run of a current WordPress website. One thing that we do like to say is if it was set up with any kind of page builder that's not supported through our system, we may be able to grab the content but not the formatting. So just let us know, give us a call, let us take a peek at your site, and we can give you a better idea of what we can and can't do with you there. But generally it's pages, posts, and media that we can pull over from there.
Another question, can I customize this with CSS? That answer is yes, absolutely.
And can IDX Broker make our website better, or do we have to use the IDX Broker website? If you already have, so we work with our own websites. The IDX Broker HOME website here in-house, we set those up. So if you have a WordPress website, again, we can export that and bring it over. If you have your own website already utilizing IDX Broker, we have a wealth of developer partners that we would be happy to refer you over to. Give us a call and let us show you where that's at.
Another question about if you have to use IDX Broker Home or if there's other options to go onto existing websites. So our core brand, which is IDX Broker Lite and IDX Broker Platinum, those tools and products are built to go into existing websites. IDX Broker Home is a new solution that's going to give somebody that needs help with hosting, setting up the main core frame, and that kind of stuff. But as far as IDX Broker Lite and Platinum goes, that's what offers you the ability to add it into any existing website. It does not have to be WordPress, but it sounds like you were working with WordPress, so we have our own WordPress plugin. Download it, install it, add the API. It pulls over your page link URLs, your widgets, builds your wrapper, and your featured listing. So it's going to automatically get all that stuff set up for you. So if you've got more questions about that, you can reach out to anybody in sales, and we can help you out and show you where that plugin is at and where some example sites are on our websites. All right, not seeing any more questions come in. I appreciate everybody that showed up and all these amazing questions. If you've got any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our information is info@idxbroker.com. Again, this is Jeff and Gretchen doing the webinar with you today. Thank you guys for joining and have a great afternoon.